Now let's try one more thing. We will play this playbook, and in a second SSH session, we will start the Apache service manually. The expectation will be that as our Ansible playbook realizes that the Apache service is up, our task should succeed after 2 to 3 attempts, which means we will need 10 to 15 seconds for our service to start via a manual process. So let's open another command prompt window and log into our node 01 via SSH in the second window. Let's start the playbook in the first window and be ready to start our service in the second window. Okay, now our playbook is running, let's wait for the task to kick in. This is the first attempt and this is the second attempt. Now let's start our service manually in the second window. Okay, Apache service has started. Now let's see the output for our until task. And now you notice it has detected that the service is up and it has succeeded. And indeed, the whole playbook has succeeded. This is because when the service started, our service status returned active running status to the task, which satisfied the condition our task was looking for. Let's execute service apache2 status command in the second window. And this status, active open bracket running close bracket, is the exact string which our task was looking for. And it got this output on its third or fourth attempt, and our task succeeded. So this until directive is quite useful while performing some configuration changes. Especially we need to watch for some condition to occur. For instance, until the service is fully started or some messages appear in a log file or something similar. That wraps up this module on deep dive into Ansible playbooks. Let's quickly summarize what you learned from this module. In this module, you got more detailed information about writing Ansible standalone playbooks. We mainly focused on the structure of an Ansible playbook, which includes the Ansible sections like target, variable, task, and handler sections. Then you got an in-depth look into loops, conditionals, until, and notify. Stay tuned for the next module where we will talk about Ansible roles. So far, we have written only one single playbook, but in the next module, we will be looking at a more real-world scenario. We're not going to run everything out of a single Ansible playbook file like we have done so far in this course. Rather, we are going to use something called Ansible roles. For example, Apache is an Ansible role. WordPress server is another Ansible role. MySQL is an Ansible role. We are going to create an Ansible role and apply that role to a target system. The role definition will contain a bunch of folders and scripts inside them. These scripts will execute when we will apply the Ansible role to a node.